Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality in a way that is extremely empowering. Speaking of exploring powerful perspectives, I'm super excited to announce the release of my very first book, The Golden Key: Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance. If you're ready to alchemize the circumstances in your life so that your abundance expands to an entirely new level in 2021, head over to goldenkey.gift to download the audio or ebook as my gift to you by using the code POSITIVEHEAD.
All right, all you positive heads, welcome one and all. I am ever so grateful that you've joined me today on this beautiful day, a beautifully magical day in our existence where we get to see the reflections all around us. I had a wonderful experience over this last weekend with my girls. We had one of our girl trips, and this was a very big theme of our weekend: the reflections all around us. The reflections that we are to one another, and the reflections that we see in the creation around us. The things that we see, the things that we notice, the things that we hear, the things that we're triggered by. All of the things that we are mirrored by, all of these things are teaching us something, pointing us in a direction towards looking at ourselves. Now, you've heard on this podcast many, many times that the world is your mirror. But this time, this weekend, my dear friend Tracy Mahan had such a wonderful idea. She was sitting down by the water. We had this little dock on the bay where we were staying, and she was sitting down there and she heard, "Notice, look around you, see what you see. Pick a few things, I think it was 8 things, pick 8 things that you notice, and then see what those things are trying to tell you." And so she did this little exercise, and then when I came down to the water, she did this exercise with me. And it's the simplest little things. So I was standing there and I saw a lily pad in the tree and the reflections in the water and a rock and the boat and the house. And there was other things, of course. But as I went through each different thing that I saw, it was telling me something different about my life and about the message that I needed at that time. And it seemed for each one of us that did this, it was all coming together in this beautiful picture, in this beautiful message. And what I realized in this is that this simplicity is all around us. This is one of those things that we ignore. We ignore these little things that we notice every day. These little things that are mirroring to us what we need to learn, what we need to be aware of. It's such a simple practice to just notice what's around you and ask yourself, what does that mean to me? What is that thing showing me today? And when you do that, it can be extremely enlightening. We had a really fun time together with this exercise, so maybe this would be a fun exercise to do with your family and friends. And also, while I say that, I want to encourage all of you to get together with your family, with your friends, with your tribe. These types of experience that my girlfriends and I have together are so incredibly healing, supportive, nurturing, and helping us on our own journey. It's like this huge step that each one of us can take because we get our energies together and we all help one another. We all support one another. And if you don't have this yet in your life, look for it. It is out there. We all have a tribe. And when we can get together like this and share in each other's energies, we start to be able to notice these things a lot more clearly, because one of the best mirrors in our lives are our relationships. those people who we pick to hang out with and spend time with. The beautiful thing about that is they are really showing you who you are. And this is what I love about hanging out with my girlfriends, because each and every one of them is a reflection of me. Just like each and everything that you notice in your day that you are aware of can be a message for you, a reflection of something for you to learn, if we're paying attention. And maybe sometimes those reflections around us aren't pleasant or appeasing to us. Maybe there's construction noise, like we had around us at our rental. Maybe there is trash laying around on the street. Maybe there is something about someone that you don't like. Whatever it may be, pleasing or not pleasing, it is an absolute opportunity to look within and see what it is about that thing that is either triggering to you. Because if it's triggering, that is your opportunity right there to look within and say, why? Why is this triggering me? Our triggers are our greatest opportunities. If I trigger you, you're welcome, because this is a way to look within. Our triggers show us where our imbalances are, where we're being striked in our energy centers, that what chord is being striked in our octave of our musical notes, right? What is it within us that is already out of balance that is triggering us to show us what to look at? It is such a beautiful thing how our world mirrors to us exactly what we need for our own soul's growth and evolvement. And so very often it is about, again, love. It always comes down to love. Love is always the answer. When you can love yourself truly, 100% fully, you will not be triggered anymore by anything that you see out there, because what you see will be love. When you see yourself as love, you see the reflection out there as love. And this is how it all works. Your environment will continue to mirror to you the things that are triggering, or the things that are within you that you have not allowed to waken, to expand, to get bigger, to come out of the closet. Those things will continue to trigger you until you grow. And that is their purpose. And it is such a beautiful thing. And no, it is not easy. But thank goodness we have it. If we didn't have it, we would never know. And it can be very simple and very easy if we are just aware. If we are aware of all of these little triggers throughout our days, all of the things that we notice, especially with our families and with our friends. Our closest relationships are going to be the ones who are teaching us the most. We pick them for a very good reason. We start out picking our parents because these are the lessons that we want to learn. So, of course, our parents are going to trigger the ever-living bejeez out of us. Well, at least one of them usually, right? Usually we have one good one and one that triggers us a lot. If we're lucky, we get both, right? And then it's our siblings, and then it's our relationship that we choose as we move on into adulthood, our partner in life. How many of you can say that your partner is triggering to you? And oftentimes there is just those things that just get you right where it gets you, right? That's on purpose. We pick these people to help us grow. And when we can look at these things and say, you know what? What am I supposed to learn from this? How can I grow from this experience? How can I help myself, and how can I help you? That's really what this is all about. And when we just take a little breath and look at the fact that we are being triggered and know that really, let's take a step, get a little perspective, and see what this is really all about. Because perspective is everything. You can take 5 different people, put them in the same exact situation, and you will have 5 different perspectives of what just happened. And so the easy thing to do in any situation is to, well, not easy. If you can remind yourself, it makes the situation a whole lot easier to take a step back and look at your perspective. and see if that perspective from taking that bird's eye, taking that step back, looking at it from, trying to look at it from the outside. If you can do that, you can think, is this the perspective that I want to go at this with? Or is there another one? Because we get to choose. That's the beautiful thing. We get to choose our perspective. We get to choose our thought forms. And we get to choose to always go back to the question, the main question. Am I loving myself? Is this response that I am feeling a loving response towards myself and towards this other? When the answer to that is no, then you can ask yourself, why? What is it within this that is so upsetting to me? And why do I feel this way? In what other areas of my life have I felt this way? How many times in my life have I been through this same experience and felt this same way? Because when you can look back over your life and see all of these concepts being played out over and over, it's like a pattern. And you can see it started easy and then it got harder and harder and harder until that day you changed your perspective. And then game over. Everything changed. When you change your perspective and you bring it all back to love and knowing your own self-worth and really shining in that love for yourself, knowing how valuable and worthy that you are, then that will be the reflection that you see out there in the world. Because again, that is how this works. You are a creator. You create with your thought focus. It is that simple. So if your thoughts are focused on a certain thing that isn't quite serving you, then your reality is going to keep showing you that thing that is not serving you so that you can understand. And I can tell you from my own personal experience that the more stubborn we are about this, the harder and harder and harder it gets. And so, if you want to do it the hard way, then that is your choice, of course. Or you can choose to make it easy. It's so beautiful. We have this choice. What's hard about it is that we don't always understand that it is a choice, that we get to decide if it's hard or if it's easy. But it is our choice. We all have an intuitive guidance that is guiding us every single day. These mirrors are around every single one of us. And not only that, but we have this inner guidance that is speaking to us ever so subtly, that is trying to help us understand and guide us along the way, and leaving those little breadcrumbs for us to pick up, all these little signs and symbols around us. It is such a beautiful thing when we start to realize that we are creating it, that we have a hand in exactly what this external environment is mirroring to us. So that means that if I want to see love all around me, I need to feel the love within myself. I need to choose that love for myself in order for me to see it in the world around me. That's it. If I want to see peace in the world, then I need to feel that peace within my heart. If I want to see more compassion in the world, I need to feel that compassion. Then it will be mirrored in my world. We all have our own little worlds, believe it or not, and as crazy as that sounds. But your neighbor's world and your world are two different worlds. What your focus is what is creating your world. What another's focus is what is creating their world. There are people who can speak different languages who live right next door. And what I mean, not actual languages, but I mean cultural reference type languages. One person can live in a tech world and one person could live in an art world, and they wouldn't know how to talk to one another because their lives are completely different. And I'm exaggerating, of course, but I'm just trying to make a point that perspective and focus is what creates the reality around you. It is what determines what you see. Your perspective determines what you see. It is that simple. So how beautiful that our environment does so many wonderful things for us. Not only is it a reflection of what we are creating, but it is also a reflection to us of the lessons that we are here learning. does double duty. How beautiful this creation, how magnificent, how intelligently designed. It blows my mind every single day as I think about that. And as I look down at my timer as I'm recording this, I said how intelligently designed at 3:13. It was 13:33, right on those numbers. Another sign from the universe that all is love. To me, 333 is a Christ consciousness. All is love. This intelligent design is love. That is what it is. That's what it is. That's all it is. That's what we are created from. Love. We are intelligently designed with love. That is it. And the more we own that knowledge within ourselves and build this light within ourselves, the more we shine it out to the whole and the more we see that reflection. I love you all so, so, so much. I'm leaving you with a song for today. This is Ayla Nario, Show Yourself. Until next time, love you all.
Also, before we cue up today's song, as a quick reminder, don't forget to download the Golden Key audio or ebook as my free gift to you at goldenkey.gift using the Golden Key code POSITIVEHEAD. And please, if you enjoy my gift, leave a positive review on Amazon so others can unlock their lives with the help of the Golden Key as well.
Is birthing. I peek out from patterns, eyes peel back the lanterns. This surf is a swift one. It's a delicate thrashing, this undertow daunting. The task is at hand, not a moment too soon. When doubled and breaking, all wide-eyed and crazy, you whisper sweet somethings to the one you are saving. Your mirror in likeness, your servant in highness, the earth in one being, your body the queen. I do not show the skin for you, I show myself to know myself. I show for the earth in which I came. My prayers for you to do the same. I do not show the skin for you, I show myself to know myself. I show for the earth in which I came. My prayers for you to do the same. Spread it like comfort, will out all the insides and down all the corners. And when doubled and breaking, all wide-eyed and crazy, you whisper sweet somethings to the one you are saving. Your mirror in likeness, your servant in highness, the earth in one being, your body the queen. Your mirror in likeness, your servant in highness, the earth in one being, your body the queen. I do not show this myself to know myself. I show for the earth from which I came. My prayers for you to do the same. I do not show the skin for you. I show myself to know myself. I show for the earth from which I came. My prayers for you to do the same. I do not show the skin for you. I show myself to know myself. I show for the earth from which I came. My prayers for you to do the same. I do not show the skin for you. I show myself to know myself. I show for the earth from which I came. My prayers for you to do the same. I call her to you. For the earth from which I came, my prayer.